Hey, welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are with us for Friday Night Fights. It's your boy ALW. I'm filling in for Sammy Joe. We should have Miss Anika here any second. We are watching Smackdown Live tonight. Tonight is the first night of the 2024 WWE Draft. We will be the draft starts tonight on SmackDown, so we should be kicking it off soon here in just a minute. I don't know what the show is going to start with. There are a couple other things scheduled for the show. So we will have to see what. Of course, I lost my feed. So give me 1 second and I will have it back here. If you're with us, we appreciate you joining, choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network for your watch-alongs. We know you got a lot of options, so thank you for being here. And hopefully I'll get this kicked off here in just a second. This feed was working well before. Hopefully it will kick on soon here, and we'll be able to. We got AJ Styles coming to the ring, or coming to the show. Jade and Bianca coming together. So I wanted.
Hello. Oh, I can't hear. Okay, now I hear you. Oh, LW, I can't hear you. Hi. All right. So, until we can get ALW's what mic working, welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network Friday Night Fights. This is the first day of the WWE Draft. We have Miss Kayla talking to Paul Heyman about the little rumors of what's going on in the bloodline, and he's addressing it. There's nothing going on. Everything is fine. Oh, say it again. Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we're
Okay.
good. Yes. Okay.
So I was just talking to the people before, and no one could hear me. So let's see. As I was saying, I know we're getting the rules of the draft. I'm getting buffering right now, so I don't know how far it's gone, but they went through the rules. I was going to go through them real quick too. Friday Night SmackDown will feature 4 rounds, so 16 picks tonight. There'll be 24 picks, I believe, on Monday Night Raw. SmackDown has the first pick tonight. Raw has the first pick on Monday. And the roster is going to effect 2 days after Backlash France.
2 days after Backlash. Okay, so
May
right,
6th,
like
technically. Monday, May 6th.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
All right, come on. Stupid thing.
All right. So on my TV we have Kathy, Kelly. You could call it Kathy. Kathy is in the back with all of the eligible draft people. It looks like everyone there. All of NXT, definitely NXT. I want to say this just NXT. I'm not sure. I definitely see their announcer Alicia
Yeah, I got a
with
bunch of people in
other people.
chairs, but now is it actually moving? Yeah, it looks like it's moving now. Okay. I seem to have a video. So yes, tonight's eligible patch or eligible draft pool. Geez, I cannot speak. AJ Styles, Alba Fire and Isladon, Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, Maxine Dupree, Andrade, Bianca Belair, Braun Breaker, Cedric, Ivar, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Randy Orton, Ricochet, Seth Rollins, Shayna Baszler, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Paul Heyman, the OC, and Zoe Stark, as well as NXT superstars. So those are the wrestlers available tonight. Got
Interesting.
Corey Graves. Corey Graves in the ring talking right now. There's no Rampage tonight. Rampage is on tomorrow night. It's on after Collision because the NBA playoffs are on tonight on TNT. So
Cool.
so make
That's
sure and come back and join us tomorrow for Collision. It'll be myself and CM for Collision. I don't know if she'll hang out for Rampage, but she said she'd be there for Collision. So you may just get me for Rampage once Collision is over, but we will be here nonetheless for Collision and Rampage tomorrow. So make sure and join us for that. Make sure and check out my short review of Dynamite, Aftermath of Dynamite review from Wednesday night. Check out my review of Ring of Honor from last night as well. Under the Radars, Ring of Honor weekly review that was posted today. AJ Styles coming to the ring. I'm assuming this is what they announced. This is what they had on the intranet. AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes sign a contract for the undisputed WWE title match at Backlash France.
France.
I cannot. I I absolutely love AJ Styles. I'm an AJ Styles guy. I I honestly I've come around a little bit to Cody Rhodes. I don't actively dislike him,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Yeah.
between the two, I'm definitely an AJ guy, right? So
Right.
I'm a little disappointed here because obviously Cody's going to win. It's his first defense. It's his first feud. He's got to win, right? And so I feel bad that it's AJ Styles because I'd love AJ Styles to be the undisputed WWE champion, but I don't see that happening at Backlash, unfortunately. I
Oh
wonder
no.
if they'll have more than one match. I mean, I wonder if it'll lead to, and AJ can win it, in another match down the road. That would be cool. I mean,
Right. Oh, we're both in the same camp. If they're going to, oh, sorry. Uh, they're gonna have to do a lot to even give me a slightest little doubt that AJ's going to win this, right? Because
yeah,
like I said, it's Cody. Everyone's wanted Cody since last year, right? So yeah, not
yeah.
it's not gonna it's gonna be very very hard to tell me AJ might have a
Yeah.
chance.
But even though Cody's not going to hold the belt for, 1,200 days like Roman did, he's definitely not giving it up in 30 days or 60 days, right? I mean,
That part.
at least I don't think so. I'd be very surprised if that happens. I mean, he doesn't feel like a transitional champion. They don't, they haven't. I mean, obviously, with Roman holding these belt for so long, it's not been hot potatoed at all. So, I mean, there's no reason to think that Cody's not going to hold it for a little while. And if you're WWE and this is your big title, this is a good opponent for him. There's a good feud. If he gets the win, it's a good win over a big veteran star that everybody knows. I mean, it's a good first win in his title reign, in the era of Cody, I guess. So it just sucks it's AJ Styles because I'd rather see AJ win. That's just my personal preference. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but it's gonna be fun though. Two country boys in Paris. Who like this is gonna be hilarious.
Right? So I know there are a fair amount of Canadian superstars in the roster. Do we technically have any French-born superstars other than Maurice? Is Maurice even still active on the roster?
She's not I think
Okay.
active is not even part time, so I don't think
Okay.
so. Like this is a straight up European tour. If you want, if you're going to put someone in here and be like, oh, okay.
I lost my feed again. I'm always searching for a, since I can't technically get it over here until 8 p.m. my time. I'm always trying to look for a bootleg feed. And it is definitely hit or miss. What do you have going on SmackDown right now?
So AJ has the mic. He's doing the promo of he was like,
Okay.
I know I lost that WrestleMania, but I remember that I'm basically AJ Styles, and that's why I beat LA Knight to get this opportunity.
Which, like I said, I'm a huge AJ Styles fan, so I don't have really a problem with it. I was a little surprised just because LA Knight had been getting such a big push. It
Yeah.
seemed like it. So it seemed like LA Knight was kind of right for that spot. But at the same time, I mean, I have zero problem with AJ Styles ever being in that spot. So
Yeah. Not a problem at all. I don't know what you do with LA Knight right now, right? Because and maybe it was our fault as fans to already put him against Logan Paul and beat him off of Logan Paul. Maybe that's what they do in France. I'm not sure. But it really just seemed like, all right, when are we gonna do this with LA Knight in any capacity?
yeah, I'm not sure either. He feels a little directionless at this point right now. I'm not totally sure
Right.
what they're gonna do with him. We try another website. Come on.
And of course, Ed, you gotta bring up Cody's daddy.
Cody's daddy. Seriously? All right. Come on, stupid piece of.
Oh, oh, we're in Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, really? The draft in Cincinnati, Ohio? Okay. And of course, Cody comes back with, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Of course.
Okay, everyone respects
Any
AJ Styles because why would you not?
chance this is a good feed? Let's see. Come on, sucker. Are AJ and them in the ring right now?
Yep, they're still doing a promo before signing the contract. Well, AJ signed, and now Cody's turn to retort before signing the contract. He's like,
So Cody's talking right now.
And
Okay.
and like AJ was like, the weight of this belt you can't hold, right? And so Cody was like, my trainer said it's not about winning the title, it's about keeping it.
Yeah, I've got Cody alone in the ring right now talking.
Yep.
Okay. Holding that still ugly belt. That gold does not look good. That gold on the front of that belt, it looks like it's deep fried or something. Did you lose me again, or can you hear me still?
I still hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now I was typing something. All right.
Okay.
I don't hate it though. Can you like it's not butt ugly to me, so like it's fine. All right, thanks.
It looks like Cody is done talking. He's in the corner holding the belt up.
Oh, you're ahead of me. All right. That idea was like, unfortunately, you're not going to hold that title at Backlash. And they shake hands, stare down. AJ leaves. Oh, that's actually a very civil contract signing. Like, no, nobody went through a chair. Nobody went through a table. Okay.
I hate contract signings. It's still one of the things I like least as far as wrestling segments go when they do them. I think they're dumb, but it is what it is. It just wasn't terrible. Now Bailey's coming to the show. Now we got LWO coming to the show. Coming to Bloodline is at the show. We got Jimmy and Solo
Real quick.
and Paul.
Okay, is Cody holding this awkwardly on purpose? I'm like, sir, just unbuckle the belt and hold it like a normal person. Okay. Like, are you holding it? Are you holding it on purpose? Are you looking uncomfortable on purpose so you can get a different belt?
Uncomfortable on purpose.
Oh, okay. So you jump someplace because here comes Triple H.
Triple H.
Right. So yeah, Cody leaves. Triple H music hits. Shaking hands, saying words. Some nice little pleasantries. Curry gets him. There we go. Thank you. There's Cody's hand. Oh, is he okay? I think Triple H gonna make the first pick.
I'm gonna pause because I don't know what's going on. I got LA Knight coming to the ring on my screen, so
gosh,
I'm not totally sure if I'm ahead of you or if maybe somehow I got on some sort of different feed. But I just said it. So after Cody left the ring, I didn't see Triple H. It showed Bailey coming to the arena, and then it showed the LWO coming to the arena, and then it showed Solo and Heyman and Jimmy coming KO walking into a room that looked like it had Cody Rhodes' symbol on the front into like his dressing room. Now you didn't see none of that? And then I got LA Knight coming to the ring.
And I'm live. Like I can't go any further. That is so strange.
Interesting.
That's crazy. That's really ahead.
April 26th. It says it's a. Let's try this one instead.
Okay, so yeah, so here's Cody. He's going to announce the first draft of the SmackDown roster. First pick. Bianca Belair.
This isn't working.
I never needed you at all. So Bianca stayed
is
on
going on?
SmackDown. Interesting. Now Raw first pick is
Give a fuck. Sorry.
you're right.
I'm getting pissed off here. I can't
Oh,
seem to find the show anywhere.
Trace just said yeet. Jay Uso is staying on Raw. All right, so nothing crazy, nothing surprising. Triple H, stop. He tried to do this. I'm like, stop. You are 50 years old. Stop it.
I'll be right back in a sec.
Okay. And now it's official. SmackDown has drafted him, Carmelo Hayes. Hey, cause I'm the greatest. Okay. So they're in the NXT or Orlando Arena. I don't see Carmelo there. Oh, that's weird. And the final pick of the first round. And of course, Seth Rollins is staying on Raw. Oh, oh, oh. Da 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 da.
Looks like I found a feed. So Seth Rollins, yes. Bianca to SmackDown. Jay stays on Raw.
Mm-hmm. And
Seth
Carmelo.
stays on Raw. Carmelo is now on SmackDown.
And
And
here
it looks like
comes
he's coming out here to
Carmelo.
Cody and Triple H.
Let's go, boo boo. Dressed in nice
Mellow
white,
in the house.
like a hood Power Ranger.
What's up, Hassan? We all ready for the draft? It's kicked off. They've had the first 4 picks. Well, yes, 2 picks per show, but 4 total. So Hassan says, hi, Ruby. You look nice tonight, he says.
Thank you. Got the afro behaving today.
Let's take the, obviously, my new microphone is too sensitive, so I can't have the volume up at all, so I have no idea what Mello's actually saying. But he's talking right now to Cody and Triple H, I assume, in the WWE universe about being called up to SmackDown. What do you think should be the direction for Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown?
So he's talking to Cody, right? And I'm already titillated about this. Where he actually challenged Cody. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, he issued a challenge already to Cody?
Yeah, I'm not sure how this gonna work. Cody has the mic.
Yeah, I can see Cody talking. I just can't hear anything.
Oh, they're trying to do this match tonight.
Oh, tonight?
And of course,
I'd be here for that.
Hunter smiling like a little Chester cat.
Again, here's the only problem. You're feeding Mello to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes isn't losing the title tonight on the first SmackDown after just winning the championship to the first draft pick from NXT. That's not happening, unfortunately.
So
it's just not.
With this, oh my god, okay. I'm feeling things I shouldn't be feeling. For me, right? Yes, we know that he's not going to win, but to showcase Carmelo Hayes in the best way possible, that's how I'm looking at this match. This is Carmelo's going to be the main event of draft night on SmackDown.
That is a big deal. That definitely is a big deal.
Right? This should be fun.
LWO? backstage.
That
Selena
was
Vega.
not. Oh, okay. Y'all are stretching. Y'all are stretching. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to commercial for WWE rivalries that are on A&E. Come out, Stone Cold versus Booker T. That was not a rivalry. That was a nice program. That was not a rivalry.
It was not a rivalry.
We don't even know. We don't even know how that match went down. I don't know if the triple we call it supermarket brawl. We don't even know how the match went. Man, come on now. Come on.
It's that commercial right now. So if you're here with us, thank you for choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network for your watch along. You got a lot of options. If you're new and not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're at like 158. We've been teetering between like 150 and 160 for a little while now. So plateaued a little bit. So we'd love to kick that up a notch. So like I said, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified. Share this with all your friends and family that like wrestling. We're here all the time. Workhorse Wrestling Network is here every day with something. We cover all promotions. New Japan, TNA, AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor, whatever's out there, we cover it. Other than Stardom and a couple of the other Japanese promotions, but we do cover New Japan, the main one. So, yeah. Hit that bell to be notified, and you will be notified every time we put something on YouTube. So, check out all of our reviews of all the weekly shows.
We like you the wrestling. We like you the wrestling.
And if you're here with us in the chat, please chime in the chat. Let us know what you think about the draft picks, who you think might be drafted still to come. What do you think of between Mello and Cody? If they're going to have that match tonight? Love to hear what you guys have to say.
I'm very surprised that Bianca is staying on Raw only because Rhea Ripley's hurt, right? So in my mind, you need some more star power on Raw. Someone to go now. Yeah, seeing how this goes, I don't feel like nothing's going to change. I feel like the only changes that will be to either show is probably what NXT people are going to go to a show. I think it's fairly going to. I think everyone else probably is going to stay where they are from last year because like the first 4 round. I'm like, oh, this isn't anything different.
Then why even do the draft? This is what frustrates me about the draft. Why even have it if you're not going to actually move anybody of any significance? If all you're going to do is bring up NXT guys and move jobbers around, then just, I don't know, call it what it is, do something else. NXT call-up night or something. I mean, don't present it as an actual draft where all these guys are really eligible to change when you know nobody ever really changes too much. I mean, there isn't very rarely is there a big change.
Right. So, but you know what? I do like that, and I wouldn't mind because what is the NFL draft? What is the NBA draft? What is the WNBA draft? People who are going from college to the main roster to the actual to prime time, whatever. So if they just want to keep it where who from NXT is getting called up and just keep it there, I wouldn't mind that. So let's do it like an old school professional sports draft, whereas the people from NXT getting called up and what show they're going on, and then there's like the rest of the show just happen and follow the storyline. That actually doesn't sound that bad, but like you said,
yeah, I'd be for that. I mean, the only problem I can see with that is that you can't have a whole lot of picks, right? Because otherwise you'll raid all of NXT. Although every year, I mean, in theory, you could bring in enough people to have a new class, like to have 20 or 30 new guys that are potential people that are eligible to go. I mean, I don't know you always have that many that are eligible to go up to the main roster. That's the other thing, right? So if you've got 30 NXT stars, how many are truly eligible right now on draft day to go up to the main roster in the eyes of creative, right? It's probably only 2, 3, 4, right? It's not 20. So it'd be hard to have like a multi-round draft where it's simply just NXT. But I do like the idea. If NXT had enough people where they had, a roster of like 50 or 60 people and 20 were actually ready to go every year, you could do a yearly little 20-person pool NXT draft where Raw and SmackDown, each picked, had, whatever. He had like 20 rounds, however you want to split it up or whatever, or 10 rounds, and each got 10 guys or something, 10 guys or 10 girls. But again, NXT doesn't carry that many people usually, and not that many are ready to go to the main roster on a regular basis. So
yeah, no, that's a very great point. Of if you do it that way, we don't know who. Oh gosh! So it's LWO versus LWO. I think Dragon Lee was going for a suicide dive, and he just went through the freaking ropes off, and his back hit the what do you call the apron? The apron. That didn't look like it was good.
It didn't look very good, did it? It looked like he could have hurt himself. No doubt.
But yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things. That's one of the things about the draft that always irritated me is that I feel like there's never a big enough shakeup.
Yeah.
It's just they never shake it up enough. And honestly, I'd like it if you're gonna actually have main roster people go to NXT for stints like Baron Corbin did or like Natty's done here and there, then bring NXT up and let them draft too. Why not let NXT be a viable brand and actually draft a couple veterans that they think might actually help their, you know what I mean? Like,
and
let Sean draft a couple veterans.
I think they're going to do that. I think that is what's going to happen. And honestly, that is probably the best case scenario for some of these people who are not being used properly on the main roster, or like not even properly. They just don't have time or nothing to do.
Yeah. Like, I mean, for me personally, when NXT was the best, the black and gold era, is when it felt like a third brand and not just developmental. Yeah. Even though they had a lot of independent people that were developing in the style of WWE, it didn't feel like that. It felt like its own brand. It felt like they had big stars and they could carry their own weight. Like I always liked NXT more than Raw and SmackDown for, during the black and gold era. So I'd like to see it come back to that, where it has that feel of being its own show that can hold its own weight to a certain extent and has a decent roster, and let them participate in the draft. Let them pick an AJ Styles or something like that to come and hold down the roster,
Because it is crazy. What year was that? Was it 2019 where Survivor Series actually involved NXT? It was probably the best Survivor Series in a minute. I wouldn't mind doing that again. Like, I'm not sure if that was a one-off or what, but yeah, that was actually pretty exciting. So if y'all really want to, y'all can do that, and it'll.
They keep canceling the feed. It says this feed's no longer available. This feed has been canceled or shut down.
Why?
Right? Why? Because I'm trying to watch it illegally, I guess. I don't know. Because it's stupid.
Like, or commercial right now that we're not back yet. Okay. Oh, why I say it now?
We're back.
All right, now it's Rey Mysterio and Angel Garza in the ring. Hurricane
Rana.
Forearm. Sit down off the top rope. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, Code Red. Ooh. Umberto, stop the pin because you the butt. How did you like? Were you watching the NFL draft yesterday?
I did watch a little bit of it. I mean, I watched the highlights. I had to see who the Dallas Cowboys drafted. I had to see if Tony Khan was wearing the neck brace. I had to see.
Right. That was our main reason. Like, oh my God, he wears his neck brace. This probably will be the best draft ever. Did you like what the Cowboys' choices? Oh, 619?
I mean, what? We'll ultimately have to see how they pan out. I mean, we lost. One of the Cowboys' strengths has always been, since they've been successful, has been having really solid offensive line. And this offseason, they lost 2 starters. So I was a little nervous about what the offensive line was going to look like. So they drafted a big offensive lineman with a lot of potential. He was a former tight end, and now he's in the last year he was moved into the line. So we'll see if he can be really good and fill a spot. Then yeah, I'm happy about it. Some of the draft picks from last year didn't pan out like I thought they would in their first season. So you
Okay.
never know because it does take time to get acclimated to the NFL and all that kind of stuff. And so who knows? But it seems like at least they're picking for where they have needs, which is good. And a guy that seems to have good potential, everyone seems to talk highly about. So it's the best I can ask for. We'll see what he does on the field. I think he's going to get a chance to start, probably, or at least if compete for a starting spot in spring training or whatever, because like I said, they're down several veteran offensive linemen. So if he can show that he'll be good, he might get to start. So we'll see. See what
All
they
right.
do today. They've got one pick in the second round, a pick in the third round, I think 2 in the fourth, and then 1 in the sixth or something. So we'll see what they do over the next couple days.
So, Dragon Lee
What
and
do we?
Mysterio
Yeah.
won,
Yep.
and Mr. Santos came out and said, "No, no, no, hold
Oh,
that celebration. I told you I didn't attack Dragon Lee. I got backstage footage here who did it, and of course,
Carlito
yeah,
just turned to the LWO.
he had tried Dragon Lee. Yep.
He
So
did. He hit him with the backstabber,
so
and now he's running over to join the
oh no.
Legado.
Oh wait. So in my thing, yeah, he jumped a barricade and he's running. Now is he running towards Legado? Oh.
I think so. I mean, it wasn't totally clear. He hasn't met with Legado yet, but he pushed Ray into Dragon Lee and then gave Dragon Lee a backstabber
So it was
or
like
whatever. And then,
self-preservation. He was like, before they attack me, let me attack them. So of course, Carlito attacked Dragon Lee before WrestleMania. That makes absolutely perfect sense because you took my spot, and so you're not making it. But he did not
yeah,
intend. He didn't. What you call it? He didn't telepath that Rey Mysterio was going to choose Andrade instead of him. So, but I think Carlito is justified because Rey Mysterio, why would you not choose Dragon Lee to be your tag team partner? This is your fault. This is on you.
the LWO loses another member. It appears to the ranks of Legado.
Like I said,
Legado seems to be accumulating members, and LWO seems to be losing members.
so he didn't join Legado. He
Not
just
yet.
ran
Not
off.
yet.
I'm not sure if he will or not. I'm gonna let it play out. Maybe he'll just be an ally, but not officially with them. Like I said, I
Right.
get it. I want to be at WrestleMania. Why would you choose Dragon Lee? I'm going to say you just met him. No, they had conversations, but I'm going to say you know me, learn, then you've known Dragon Lee, and that's just not right.
This is true. So we're at commercial again, at least on my feed here that I was able to get back. I assume when we come back, we'll get some more draft picks.
Right.
They're doing 4 rounds of 4, so we've had 4 picks so far.
Before we left, they were
Bianca.
Before they left, they did 2 war rooms where they thought, oh, this is the Raw war room, this is the SmackDown war room, but we have no clue who the freak these people are. So they don't freaking like. What's the point? I don't care. Like, where's Steph? Like, okay, like, no offense. Like, where's Stephanie? Where's Adam Pearce? Where's Nick Aldis? What side is Triple H on? I know you're in charge of everything. Pick a side and be on that side. I think that was one. Again, going back to the NXT, the NXT SmackDown and Raw Survivor Series, I would have loved if Stephanie represented Raw and they did like a little more infighting I'm like, that was like
Yeah.
that was a missed opportunity for me. I'm like, well, I just Stephanie on the screen. This would have been hilarious.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That, like,
I like the idea of having like GMs
uh,
competing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea of whoever the GM is on Raw and the GM is on SmackDown and the GM is on NXT, competing to see who can be the better show and actually,
yes.
put on better matches and pushed by the other to put on a better show and all those things, right? Like it makes it more interesting.
Nothing is gonna beat Paul Heyman versus Eric Bischoff, or even Stephanie versus Eric Bischoff. But it did make the show more interesting back in 2003 and 2004. Now, I get it. After the Authority storyline, people were kind of low. People didn't want to see Authority figures anymore, but I still enjoyed it. I just thought they just did it wrong. Like, yes, but even the Authority was decent. They just didn't lose enough, which was always Stephanie and Triple H's thing. Even back in 2000, it's like, if y'all are going to be the big bad rulers of WWE, you have to lose just a little bit more. Just a little bit more to make it interesting, right? But I didn't even enjoy that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean we know the history of Triple H having an issue with losing, not wanting to be shown in a vulnerable position, right? So we're well aware of that. I mean,
real quick, to make
yeah,
a comparison, I don't like the man, but they're like, what's the difference between heel manager Vince and heel manager Stephanie? Was when Vince was going against Stone Cold, he got his comeuppance a whole lot more. Like you can he was kidnapped, and he was kidnapped with a little toy gun. He was beat in the hospital room. He was beat in Royal Rumble. You saw him get his behind whooped as much as him torturing Stone Cold. With Stephanie, it was like a couple of moments, but not enough moments. So with any Authority figure, you need to see them get their behinds whooped or tortured more than them succeeding.
Yeah, and even beyond that, like he took and made that Mr. McMahon character a major character. Like that's Mr. McMahon was a huge, way bigger than Stephanie ever was, even in her roles. It just was. I mean, and I think probably deliberate. I think he liked the limelight. I think he liked obviously playing that role and all those things and being the big shot. So I mean, yeah, I do think that he always had more TV time. He got more of a push. He was always involved in more storylines than Stephanie was.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if I like that or not. All right, wait, hold up.
I had Braun Breaker coming out. And then my feed went out, so I don't know what's going on now.
He won. That was in the freaking match. So basically, Braun Breaker is Goldberg right now.
Okay then.
And I feel they changed his theme music, which is boo. What kind of generic crap is this?
You're right. Let me try something else.
Yeah, they changed his theme music. He came after CFO, so what was wrong with his stuff? Like, that match could have been on Speed. That's on the WWE show. That's on Twitter every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. You're welcome. All right, we're doing a recap of what happened last week. We had the main event of Naomi versus Bayley. I was into this match. I enjoyed it thoroughly, but of course Tiffany wanted to ruin it, old punk.
I don't understand why it's not working tonight.
Do you have Hulu?
Yeah. I do.
Would it work?
Let me see.
Interest. Yeah.
I don't think so because yes, it will work, but not until 8 p.m. I don't think.
I was thinking that I'm like, because it's an app, and if it was on cable, like TNT and cable channels have an East and a West Coast. That's what I was asking.
Right.
But it's Fox. I don't
Yeah.
think Fox is
No.
West Coast stuff.
No. It's got me on Hulu for Fox, but it doesn't. It only has last week's episode as the latest episode. It doesn't have tonight, and it doesn't have a watch live.
I wonder if it's on FS1. Probably not.
But I don't actually have a cable app anymore like that to watch this FS1.
FS1 is on Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah. No, boom. So Tiffany gonna go to Nick Aldis. Did you see what I did? Of course she did. I'm good, right? I just tell him that. He's like, no, you idiot. So you're gonna go against Naomi one more time. Winner goes against Bailey. I'm like, no, she don't get rewarded for interrupting the freaking championship match, oh Buster. And now Bailey is in the back confronting Tiffany. This better be a three-way. I'm gonna be very. Oh, what's up, boo boo? This better be a three-way, bro. I'm so serious. Let her beat Naomi tonight and take her spot. I'm gonna punch somebody in the throat.
Punch somebody in the throat. On my Hulu app, I don't even see FS1.
So with Hulu, it's alphabetical. So if you're on Fox, go to and you don't see it FS1.
No, I mean I see Fox, so mine goes from Fox to so it goes Fox, Fox News, Freeform, Funimation, FX, and then it goes on to G's. There's no, it doesn't have FS. It doesn't have.
Do you think it's above Fox? So go up, go over Fox.
Yeah, I'm looking. Okay. Nope. Above Fox is Food and Film Rise, and above that is Disney XD. For some reason, I don't have that on my Hulu. That's weird.
That's interesting. So I popped because Michelle McCool is going to announce one of the drafts, and Miss Tori Wilson is going to announce one of the draft picks.
All right.
Don't know her views now in real life, but Michelle McCool was my chick. Like the first time I saw her, I'm like, oh, she's hitting hard. I was like, she's one of those people of I'm glad got like even though people are like, why did she get so much shining raw at the Royal Rumble? Because she was that good. Where to the point where they're like, you're doing too much, you're making the men look bad. And it's like that's the men's problem. That's not her problem.
That's the men's problem, right?
Like what she's definitely like with other. I put her in the category of Natalya and more so Beth Phoenix. If they're in the women's evolution, they would have done great because they were that good in the ring. I would have loved to have seen Lita versus Michelle McCool.
Agreed.
But so they're both.
Nope, I'm not even going to do that because I can't even watch it right now. So it doesn't matter.
I wonder if you could know.
Even if I get like a sling or any of those, I can watch it, but not until 8 o'clock.
Right.
Because it's going to make me wait because I'm on the West Coast.
So like, I'm not going back to cable. You burned me during the pandemic. I don't forget. So I'm not going back to cable. But if it's two things that I do miss about cable, one is picture in picture, where I can watch something, my friend can watch something else, and I'll be fine with that. And then number two was basically every channel had an East Coast and West Coast. I love that. So if I miss something, I'm like, okay, I just have to wait four more hours and it's gonna come on. So I just gotta hit record.
Right. Yeah, no, I miss some things about cable.
But like it's too much though. Like price wise, It doesn't make any. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, especially because even when you have cable, I mean, I watch a lot of TV, and even when I had cable, a lot of the shows I wanted to watch weren't on cable. You had to have the streaming app to watch the shows I wanted to watch. So if I can't watch 3/4 of the shows I want to watch on cable, the only reason that I ever had cable recently was for live sports and wrestling. Those are the only two things that I have
Yes.
cable for. Because right now I have no way of really well, actually Max, because they're on TNT. Max has the NBA playoffs right now, as long as the games are on
Ooh.
TNT. So, or
Okay.
yeah, on TNT or TBS. Um, so that works. But short of that, right now I don't have a way to watch the NBA play, which is fine because my Lakers are getting blown out anyhow. So.
Mhm.
Stupid Lakers.
All right. So yep. All right. So Michelle McCool announced SmackDown pick. You got it
got
back.
a feed here.
All right.
Yeah, but I just have a picture of the arena right now. I'm not sure.
So SmackDown has selected Randy Orton. Randy Orton is staying on SmackDown.
Randy Orton is staying on SmackDown. All right, I got Tori Wilson coming out to the podium. And Michelle McCool.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm clearly behind you.
But only by maybe like 1 minute because now Tori selected Raw. Braun Breaker is going to Monday Night Raw. Okay.
Interesting. So you think Braun's going to challenge Damian Priest for that title?
So I don't think challenge is a strong word. Right now I'm thinking about how he's going to get used, right?
Yeah.
I'm still thinking, right? Because
I just got the Orton graphic. Now that I'm getting the announcement for whatchamacallit. Braun to Raw.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now, all right. Now it's getting interesting. Nia Jax is going to SmackDown.
Okay.
Interesting. So who was Becky going to? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Here's the pick for Raw.
I love how the Raw War Room's all excited because they got Braun Breaker. They flashed the picture. SmackDown's they're a little more subdued.
Right. And so I see like I would run maybe I would run later, but the SmackDown War Room has JBL. I think I saw player what's his name? He deserves his oh daggone, what's his name? He's a former GM. He's a black ball headed little man.
Teddy Long.
Okay, I was close. My mom wanted to say strong so bad. I'm like, it's not strong. It's not strong. What is it? Teddy Long.
All right, Nia Jax graphic. Now Michelle McCool's talking. And we get the last pick. Liv Morgan goes to Raw. Liv Morgan to Raw.
That's interesting. I would have never said that Nia was going to go to SmackDown. Like I said, Rhea is hurt. So Raw needs all the top people that you can get. And as of right now, SmackDown has Bianca and they have Nia Jax. That's very interesting.
Well, with Rhea being on Raw when she comes back, it makes sense to have Liv on Raw because that's going to be the first. I mean, when she comes back, it's all Liv Morgan, right? I mean, that's got to be what it is. So
yeah.
they're prepping that feud to be on the same brand, right? They're bringing Liv Morgan over there so she can be there for Rhea Ripley when she comes. Because now Rhea's not a champion, so she can't just go between brands anymore. So if she wants her shot at Liv Morgan when she comes back, Liv has to be on the Raw roster in theory, right? I mean, so
no, like so more so my thought process is because Rhea is a soldier injury, right? So we're thinking 6 months, maybe a year, because shoulder injuries are very unpredictable. So in my mind, you need a long behind. You need a couple of feuds before you get to wherever the destination is, which is Rhea coming back and Liv probably as champion. So
Right.
Bianca's champ, right? Sorry, not Bianca. Becky Lynch is champ right now. She needs some people to compete
Right.
with, and as of right now, all she has is Liv, which is fine. But even so, you need someone else to be on the team as well.
Yeah. No, I mean, the natural progression seems to be, unfortunately, even though I don't like it, Liv to be champion. You're right, when Rhea comes back to win that belt back. I hate that Liv has to be champion to achieve that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, so we got.
If it means Mommy getting the title back, then and getting the redemption against Rhea or against Liv, I'm here for it. She can get the receipt against Liv as well as win her title back. I'm here for that.
This is hilarious. They all just talking about it's a car crash. We held this in the ring. No, we don't. A car crash. We handled it in freaking small claims court. What you talking about? It's a car crash. What are we doing?
See, Paul is greeting the bloodline. Solo, the first one out of the car. Right? The Solo trying to look like Suge Knight.
Freaking gloves on, like, bro, you look real.
Doug Solo.
Oh. Come on, give me all the details. Basically, Tama Tonga's crazy behind crashed the car into KO's car. There's gonna be a match tonight.
Between Tama and KO?
Huh?
Between Tama Tonga and KO?
Yeah.
All right.
And basically, Tama Tonga's a crazy person in the group, which I do love. Every group needs that person that is a little unhinged. Like, you really don't know what they're gonna do. They're loyal to the group, but you can't give them all the details because they will do something stupid to blow something up.
Agreed.
Like, you gotta reel them in.
Oh! Uh-oh. Bloodline getting attacked.
Of course. Like, you trying to kill me. What is wrong with you? I understand this concept. A car crash trying to kill me.
Attacking Solo and whatchamacallit?
What you're not gonna do is use me to prop yourself up. That was never to happen today. Cause you the new Pit. Right. You the new Pit Bull in town. You want to use me as your little stepping stone. Get out of here.
Hassan says he's rooting for Braun Breaker. Picks for Braun Breaker.
Yup. I didn't like
commercial
that
again.
Like, I like Cedric. Him doing a backflip into a spear. It looked great. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, it's Cedric. Go on. You guys are just someone else.
Right.
But like I said,
Cedric's too good to be treated like that, to be squashed out like that. I mean, I understand you want Braun Breaker to look strong and tough, but you should have learned your lesson by now by making guys look too overpowered anyhow. You know what I mean? And that's a disservice to Cedric. Cedric is too good to be treated that way.
Yeah.
And we all know Cedric is better than that. It's not like we don't know Cedric's a good wrestler. Like, we've all seen him hold his own, win titles. So, and now he's just all of a sudden, I mean, I guess he's old now, in theory, old, with air quotes. So I guess it is what it is. But it's weird that, a veteran like that we've seen be successful gets stomped out to Braun Breaker that fast. Like,
yeah. Because he's not considered a veteran. He's considered a cruiserweight. And cruiserweights aren't supposed to beat up heavyweights. That's just crazy talk. All right, we're back from commercial. We're in Cincinnati.
I must be a little behind. I'm not quite back from commercial yet.
All right, they're just showing the outside. It's actually pretty. It's actually very, very pretty.
At the end of the Fox Nation commercial ending. Fox logo. Gumball machine. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh,
Masked Singer advertisement.
Singing
Big
the
double elimination.
elite song. Carry on my wayward son.
Yeah,
I
there we
know
go.
it's a classic song, but for me, it's the
I
elite
like
song.
that song. Yeah, I
Carry
like
on
this song.
my wayward son.
Yep, we're outside Cincinnati Arena, outside of the Heritage Bank Center. There's camera shots from the outside. As we are about halfway through this episode of Smackdown Live here on Friday night, April 26th. Dun, dun, dun. Cody versus Mellow graphic is on my TV right now. We're getting that match tonight. I believe it's for the title. Is it not for the title?
They didn't say title, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right. Kayla's interviewing the first draft pickup to SmackDown, Bianca Belair, and she looks so cute. All glistening with your muscles, girl. Stop. Oh, she on SmackDown.
Like they don't.
She always been on
They
SmackDown.
have more. They have more people than they draft. So if you already know you're not moving someone like Bianca, don't even draft her. Only draft the people that are actually moving.
Yeah. Or see. If we're gonna do, like I said, like let's gear this towards more of an NFL thing. Let SmackDown and Raw have franchise picks. We put the franchise pick on her. All right, so you know people you want to keep on your show. So let's put this franchise pick on Bianca. Put the franchise pick on Becky. All right, we're doing way better than this. All right, next, listen to us and do this next year. We're gonna work this out to make it more interesting next year.
Bianca looks good tonight. I mean, she's good every night.
AEW, calm yourself.
Holy smoke!
Although she's cute though. She cute though.
Yeah.
I ain't go for it. Like I said, the light is hitting the
Right.
melanin. It looks so good.
We're getting her and Jade versus the Kabuki Warriors at Backlash.
Like
Francois.
Like when they announced this, they didn't tell us nothing.
Just told us right now.
But
graphic on the screen.
No,
I know, but yeah,
really?
Right. But I mean, the storyline, I guess, has been kind of leading that way a little bit, right? I mean, we've been seeing these two and Naomi versus Damage Control for several weeks and a little back and forth. So I'm kind of surprised it's not a trios match, but at the same time, it's for the World Tag Team titles. So
yeah.
What do you think the chances are that Bianca and Jade beat them for the tag team titles?
They're great. I would. Oh my gosh!
Oh, here we got the Kabuki Warriors out here talking shit to Jade. I mean, talking shit to Bianca. Is Jade going to come out? Is Jade even here?
I don't want
here we go.
I'm gonna yeah.
Yeah, you're probably ahead of me, so you already saw her. But here comes Jade. And Jade is coming out. Okay, so she didn't actually cut her hair. She just had it like just
it's a wig.
Whatever last time. This is a wig.
These are wigs. Yes.
Okay,
I even think the wig. Yeah, I think they're all wigs. Even her hairstyle at WrestleMania, I believe that's a wig as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Shows you what little I know.
Yeah. No, wigs have come a very long way, which is why I get pissed off when you see people, Pam Oliver on Fox, and yo behind has this freaking hair. You have too much money. Go to the hair salon and get your hair done.
KO and Tama just come out the ramp fighting right in between the women through the draft.
I love it though. I love
in the middle of the ring. And now Solo and Tama are in the ring, putting a beating on KO. Where's KO's backup? Somebody's got to come to the ring to help KO.
Yeah.
Who's coming? Who's coming?
That got me excited.
So Tama Tonga's taking out security. Well, Solo
look
still
at
is
Tama
beating up
Tonga.
on, right?
Calm yourself. Calm, relax. Oh.
Now Tama's on top of KO, serving him right hands. Uh-oh, here comes somebody. Who is it? Oh. Voices in my head, they come to me. I understand when they talk to me. Randy Orton coming out here, which is interesting because I don't really see Randy Orton as a guy that ever helps anybody. This is Randy Orton versus the Bloodline as opposed to Randy Orton really helping KO, right? Like, Randy Orton doesn't have friends. He only has enemies. Even when he's a babyface, he doesn't have friends.
He has friends until they don't help him anymore. So
Until he turns on him. Until he turns on him and hits him with an RKO.
right. Like that even though it wasn't a great entrance, I did love KO and Lord have mercy. So many different words. KO and Randy's entrance at WrestleMania, where he was on the golf cart, he backs it up, and he's like that was so cute. That was so cute.
Right.
Like I said, until he crosses him, they are friends. It's cool.
I like the two of them together. I like KO and Randy together.
Right? It makes it. There's an understanding. I think that's why Randy don't have friends. There's not an understanding. KO understands if the time comes, Randy will probably RKO him. He'll be ready for it, but it'll probably happen. As long as he knows that it's going to happen, we're okay.
Rubber Ray Dudley? Okay. Coming out to now, Devon! Justify! Apparently he can't be cleared. He can't wrestle anymore. Devon said he'd love to do a Dudley Boys thing, but Devon can't wrestle. Apparently he can't get cleared. So
they say that, but they wrestled at the 1000th episode of TNA. Yeah, TNA. So like, okay, I didn't see all of it, but I'm like, it was a basic match, but still, right? Like I'm not.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'd have to see it again. I don't think Devon did very much. I think Bubba Ray did the bulk of all of it. So maybe he's cleared and he just physically can't handle it. And maybe that's why he was able to do it. And they're just concerned with, anything bigger or anything more. He's going to whatever, just can't handle it. But I'd like to see the Dudley Boys again.
Right. I cannot advocate for anyone getting in the ring if they're not ready, they're not cleared, or not even they're not all the way mentally prepared. Yeah, no.
100%. 100%. But if you can, I'm all here for it.
Like,
right?
We are past the time. There's not going to be a TLC 3, but it is maddening that we keep going, we keep getting so freaking close. Like Edge is hurt, but he comes back. But then Dion gets hurt, and he comes back, and then Christian gets hurt, and he comes. I'm like, can y'all please? And then Jeff Hardy comes back, but he gets drunk. I was like, can y'all really can't get this together? I don't even need a full run from any of you. I just need 3 months of not being stupid. I keep being cleared. And it's like when they're doing fantasy warfare on Parts Unknown, and they're like, what was the match? I want to say it was something, but whoever was with each other, they had the same conclusion of everyone retired. They had the same conclusion that the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys all retire at the same time. Like TLC, everyone retires. That's how all of y'all retire. Y'all do not retire individually. We do one more TLC match, and then everyone goes home. I would love that.
Yes and no. Like, not right now in 2024, because it'd be such.
Yeah.
It would be such. In comparison to what we know from them, it would be so like on the downside, right? Just because of where they all are. I mean, it really, Edge and Christian are the only two really performing at that level at this moment. I mean, you see Jeff Hardy periodically on AEW, and Matt hasn't done anything in a while. So, and Bubba Ray does what he does on TNA, but that's, hit and miss and not all the time, not regular. And obviously Devon's not doing anything. So, yeah, no, I mean, unfortunately, even if they could all get cleared and we're all held, it'd be like watching your heroes that can't perform anymore, right? It would be I'd rather remember them how they were than how they would be now.
No, I totally agree. So question, right? It just came to mind. So is Dudley not doing TNA anymore? Because it's the second appearance from Bubba Ray.
That's a really good question. I don't know. Maybe he's done with TNA. I'm not sure. I don't keep track enough of what's going on, behind the scenes to know. But maybe he's got a new deal with WWE to be backstage.
I do so.
Dudley Boys. Of the three teams, which was your favorite? The Hardys.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm honestly trying to think back of 10-year-old Anika.
It's funny because I always liked guys from each one more. Like, I was always a huge Jeff Hardy fan. I could always kind of take or leave Matt Hardy until he became broken Matt Hardy. When I thought he was brilliant. Other than that, I could always take or leave Matt Hardy. I could always take or leave Ed, but Christian was always amazing. And kind of the same way with the Dudley Boys. Like, I was always a Devon fan and could kind of take or leave Bubba Ray. So, like, I liked one of each of them, but never liked the whole team, like, way better. So, I probably equal in my opinion, honestly. I have a hard time picking which team I like the better.
So, my favorites, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I hated Edge and Christian. They're the Hills. I was so mad when they kept freaking winning. When they were in the stupid little luchador costume, like, why do I keep giving them the belt? Oh my god, this is stupid. So I could not stand Edge and Christian. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. So it was a tie between the Dudley Boys and I'm going to say the Hardys just because of Lita. Lita was my chick, and she fit right in with them. And I love that trio, the Team Extreme. So I'm going to say the Hardys. But yeah, I just knew I hated Edge and Christian. I'm like, why do they keep the freaking belt?
LA Night on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hard time remembering who was on what show before. Is he actually coming from Raw to SmackDown, or has he been on SmackDown?
LA Knight been on SmackDown. Yeah.
Okay, so he's staying on SmackDown. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But Ricochet drafted Raw. He's staying on Raw. He's been on Raw.
Yep. No. So no major changes just yet. No.
Dumb.
Because Ricochet, I can see him being on SmackDown. I can see him being on SmackDown and being great. But Raw's 3 hours. So you need that body. So you need a Ricochet match to keep it on a lane player.
Ricochet's one of those guys I wouldn't mind seeing going down to NXT for a minute and just getting a few matches and having a little run there. Maybe, a little title feud with someone. I don't know who, but whatever, at some point.
Yeah.
The Bloodline stays on SmackDown. So that's all 4 members of the Bloodline. We're talking Solo, Jimmy, Tama, and Paul Heyman.
So as of right now, in the graphic, they're just showing Solo, Tamatonga, and Paul Heyman.
Yep, and Paul Heyman. So I guess Jimmy's not considered part of the Bloodline at the moment, I suppose.
Well, so he did get excommunicated. He did. So he did. And he's hurt. So yeah, we'll put a pin in Jimmy just right now.
Famous drafted to Raw. Well, he just came back, so
right. So he was on SmackDown before he left. So that's actually that's what I thought.
That's a change. And when he came back to SmackDown. So that's a change.
Yeah, that's a change. And even it won't get old till it gets old. I do love what Drew and Sheamus does together, no matter what capacity it is. So I'm all here for that. I am.
Agreed. Tiffany Stratton coming out on the ramp here. Tiffy time.
Yeah. Like if Naomi, I'm not down on Naomi's return just yet, but it would not make sense to me if Tiffany disrupted a championship match, she beats Naomi and gets her spot. That would piss me off.
Agreed wholeheartedly.
Like where in that do you mess up the main event and you get rewarded?
And I want to know. I don't know. We'll never know. I want to know what WWE said to her, what's going on in her mind that brings her back to a company that regularly undervalues her.
Yeah.
Maybe they're paying her more than TNA could, but at least TNA valued her. TNA made her a big deal, made her a superstar. I feel like WWE sees her as a mid-carder.
Like real quick, what you not gonna do, Naomi, is hit a split and come back up like you freaking James Brown. What are we not gonna do up in here with your little thigh game? Okay. I really think it was more so her family talked her. I don't say talk her into it, but persuaded her to come back more than anything. Like I truly believe in my heart, Roman Reigns, her brother-in-law Jay, her husband Jimmy. I think they're like, we got you. If you would just buy our time, not even her being in the bloodline per se, but are like, we will make sure you're good. In my mind, I'm guessing. I have no concrete evidence that this happened, but I feel like that's what the conversation was. That she talked to her family, and her family's like, "If you come back, we got you." Don't know what that means, but that's what I feel like the conversation was.
My question is why didn't they have her before? What happened the first time?
Well, every interview they keep saying before she left, right? And people are like, why is Naomi not in the bloodline? Let me hide. And they're like, we're just buying our time. We're waiting for the right moment. What the frick was the right moment? Like it was so many long behind lulls where you could have had Naomi come in and spark something, and it would have been hot. Like Case. Well, I was gonna say.
Right moment? This is all created by you. You decide when the right moment is. You fucking make the moment. You don't get to sit around and wait for the right moment. You're scripting this. You tell us what the moment is. Make the fucking moment happen. Are we fucking stupid? Jesus Christ almighty. It's unreal sometimes. They just think the wrestling fans are just morons.
I don't disagree with any of that. I don't disagree. Like,
unbelievable.
I can't.
And Tiffany, Naomi better not lose to Tiffany here right now.
I don't know how it works out, but it better be disqualification one more time. And if it comes to a threat, I will be okay with a triple threat match. It better become a triple threat match. That's all I'm saying. Okay, to play devil's advocate, maybe they're thinking, okay, Naomi joins the bloodline. Hey, I thought I was crazy. Like, oh, girl.
Oh yeah, because I got the background for. Thank you, Dolores. I do. You're right. I do.
That's on both of us. I didn't even notice it.
I didn't even notice it. There we go. Is that better? Sorry.
It's
sorry. I know. I'm slacking. I'm slacking.
That's on both. Like I said, I didn't even notice it either.
Me either. Not at all. That's funny.
But, yeah. Okay. So yeah. To play devil's advocate, I guess if you don't, because like it's Naomi, right? She's a great wrestler. Unless you're going against another team that has a female, maybe that's why. Because like Okay. I would agree. I don't want her to be a valet. I agree with that. I don't want to be her a valet. And I might went to maybe Judgment Day. She wasn't here when Judgment Day was formed, so that was not a group that she could have gone against. I'm like, well, who else was here that had a female that could go against? It's like, okay. To that point, I kinda see what they were going with. Kinda smidget of what y'all say what the right time is.
I don't want her to be a valet either, but you don't necessarily. I mean, not everything is faction warfare, right? I mean, you don't always have to have three guys and one girl matching up. I mean, how often is the Judgment Day? Never, very rarely ever match up with a faction. Rhea's on her own, doing her own thing, and is still part of Judgment Day. Naomi can just be doing her own thing and still part of the bloodline. And I'm not even saying that Naomi has to be a part of the bloodline to be treated right. She just needs to be treated like the star that she is. She doesn't have to be part of the bloodline. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of the bloodline storyline. I think it's had its moments where it's been really good, but I think it's well beyond its peak. I think it's worn out its welcome. We'll see what Solo and Tama can do to maybe revise it. I'm not sure, but they don't move the needle. They move the needle a little bit for me, but not as much as the Usos. More than Roman Reigns, but not as much as Jimmy and Jay. At this point, we'll have to see what they do. They need a little more time for me. But I mean, she doesn't have to always have it's not always faction warfare, so I don't think they always have to have a woman there. She can just do her own thing. But again, like I said, she doesn't have to be part of the bloodline. Just treat her like the star that she is. Don't have her losing to Tiffany Stratton. Don't have her being the first person eliminated in the Elimination Chamber. Actually let her shine and do what she does. I don't, and you're right. I mean, maybe it is about her family. Maybe it's about wanting to be close to her husband. I will still say that even with AEW's rise, and it can be debated whether they're doing good or not. I know that's something that's heavily debated, what AEW is doing as far as whether it's good or bad as ratings go, whatever the case may be, they're up, they're down, all those things. I do think that WWE in some respects is still considered like the prime place to be, the big stage, right? And even maybe taking a loss in WWE is a bigger stage in Naomi's mind than being champion or in the championship hunt on TNA, where nobody watches it. People watch it, but you know what I'm saying. Like they don't get 2 million. They're not getting 2 million viewers like SmackDown does. So I mean that's the reality, right? So
Oh, okay. And all right, to give WWE their props, right? I do think I will give them props. Naomi has had some great matches, even though she's lost 2 out of the 3 matches. I do think. Oh snap! Okay, thank God. Okay, I like it.
That means Naomi must have got the win.
No. I'll let you see.
It's not a react. Okay.
I'll let you see what happens. But yeah, like her having matches that are longer than
a couple minutes.
Right, a couple of minutes. She actually had a main event match. It was definitely again as of right now, definitely better than yes. You see
Nia Jax attacking Bayley at ringside.
Right.
My girl's here.
Hate it. I don't hate that. No. I don't hate it at all.
Oh, Naomi attacking Nia Jax. Nia Jax right back.
Like, why are you hitting people?
Nia's got a little bit of a new hairdo. So.
Oh no, I love her. Her curls are it. I want her to keep the curls for a little bit longer, baby. Because you can rocking the curls.
I would love to see her take that title from Bayley.
I want her I get it. She wasn't that good in the past, but her run from when she came back till now has been great, and I think it was it would have not been. It would have been fine if she would have been the new Raw Women's Champion. But now she's on SmackDown, and I do love that.
Bayley's in the ring. Tiffany's dragging Bayley in the ring. She's got Bayley and Naomi in the ring. I assume she's going up for her top rope moonsault that she does.
Best damn moonsault from Christopher Daniels.
Trying to I mean, it's not the Charlotte Flair moonsault, but that is what Charlotte's known for, right? Like, well, that and the figure eight.
Yeah. Well,
But,
like this one, yeah. Again, so this moonsault is like Christopher Daniels, where he hops on the second rope, hops to the first, and then it's pretty.
It's an exact copy of Christopher Daniels. I'm just saying. I mean, a lot of people do the same move, so it is what it is. But it's another tall blonde doing a moonsault off the top rope. She does it a lot different, but it's still essentially the same thing. So, so Tiffany got the win there.
And like,
are we blaming Nia Jax for that loss for Naomi?
So I didn't hear it. Did they say that she was the winner, or? I thought I was my TV's low. I thought they just threw the match out. That's what I thought would happen.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. It looked like she hit the moonsault, and then I didn't hear. I thought she got the pin. I don't want to touch my feed to back it up because I don't want to lose my.
Yeah. So no pin. The ref saw Nia Jax beat up Naomi. He did his hands like this and
disqualified. Okay.
So I think the match got thrown out.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Backstage, we are with A Town Down Under, talking to the Street Profits.
Dirty.
I'm assuming we're gonna get the street business, Street Profits versus A Town Down Under.
Yeah, they're called the Pride. We're not calling them that. That's so Lion King and so clear. It's like really?
There's a Pride.
The Lion King.
Why not? What was wrong with street business?
Like, it's right there in front of your face. Like, if you have something better than street business, then say that. But the Pride, really?
It's like, dumb. JBL.
Ain't no one said nothing about the lion up in here. Ain't nobody had no description of the lion, no relation to a lion, but we're going to call them the Pride. Why call them the Pride? Why we call them the Pride in the WWE?
So we're at commercial. Yeah. If you're here with us, thank you for joining us for your watch along. Thank you for choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified every time we drop something. Hit the like button on this video. There is no Rampage tonight. So this show will end when Smackdown ends. This watch along will end. So there is Rampage tomorrow night. I believe it's a live Rampage after a live collision. To make it was preempted tonight because of the NBA playoffs. So we got about another 30 minutes left in SmackDown tonight. The main event is obviously going to be Cody Rhodes versus whatchamacallit. Why am I drawing a blank on his opponent for the night now?
We're in the same boat. I have no clue why my brain is not going as fast as it needs to be. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes, Cody Rhodes?
Yep, I'll be right back.
Yep, no problem. Which should be a fun match. I'm excited to see that. Carmelo Hayes got drafted to Smackdown. And we'll get to see him tonight in this basically his first main roster debut. So that should be fun. We got, I think, 4 more draft picks. They said they were drafting 16 tonight. And I think they've drafted 12 so far. So you got one more round of 4 to come. It looked like JBL was getting ready to come out and announce maybe the last batch of picks. There haven't been too many shakeups. Braun Breaker is going to Raw, even though he'd been on SmackDown, but he'd also been doing double duty on NXT. So it's not really his first call up to the main roster, but he's going to Raw. We'll see if he spends more time on Raw or if he does double duty still between Raw and NXT. Bianca stayed on SmackDown. Lots of people have stayed where they're at. LA Knight stayed on SmackDown. Ricochet stayed on Raw. Some other guys have stayed where they're at. The Bloodline stayed on SmackDown. There hasn't been too many changes or anything too interesting happening yet. So we will see what the last 4 draft picks have in store. I always find it a little disappointing that they don't shake the rosters up more. Or if you are like me and Anika were discussing earlier, if you already know that so and so is not changing, then don't even have them in the draft pool. That would be my solution. Only have the people in the draft pool that you're actually going to switch brands for. Now, you don't have to obviously tell us because we know it's all scripted, but yet you want to make it look like these war rooms are picking who they want to pick. So you can, but you could still do it that way in such a way that only the people that are actually switching brands get drafted, which would be fun. Or, at least 50% of the people that are getting drafted are switching brands. I guess tonight's only the first night. We'll see what happens on Raw. I think on Raw, they're going to have, tonight they had 16 picks. On Raw, we're going to have 24 picks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see what happens with those picks. They have a list of eligible people that are, let's see, for the Raw draft pool on Monday night, or the Monday night available draft pool, DIY, Apollo Crews, Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, Candice LeRae, and Indy Hartwell. Up, we're back on SmackDown. You got Karrion Kross and Scarlet Witch going, they're backstage doing something. They're out by the trucks in the parking lot. Oh, they just met up with the rest of Final Testament, and the Authors of Pain are beating up two people. My volume's down, so I don't know who it is, and I can't see them. So let's see. CM Punk, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, the Creed Brothers, Damage Control, Drew McIntyre, Final Testament, all of them, Giovanni Vinci, Imperium, just Gunther and Ludwig. I guess Vinci's no longer with them. Jade Cargill, Judgment Day, all of them, including Dom. Oh no, Finn, Dom, and JD, obviously. Damian Priest is not eligible because he's a champion. Kane Carter, Katana Chance, Kevin Owens, Legato, which includes Santos, Angel, Berto, and Elektra Lopez. LWO, Rey Mysterio, Carlito, who's no longer part of LWO after tonight. Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilds, Lita Vega, Naomi, Natty, New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, New Day, Kofi and Xavier, Odyssey Jones, Pretty Deadly, Shinsuke, Tegan Knox, The Pride, and Tiffany Stratton. So those are the available people on Monday night's draft pool. We've got Teddy Long and JBL out here now giving us the next draft picks. AJ Styles is staying on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken, right? He's been on SmackDown. He just came back not too long ago, like a month ago, or 2 months ago, maybe at most, right? I mean, he's just been back. So, but he's been on SmackDown since he's been back.
Mm-hmm.
So he's staying here. Our next pick will be for Raw.
Ooh.
We'll see who it is. I'm a little behind, so you can tell us who it is, or you can wait till I see it if you want. Oh, all of Alpha Academy is going to Raw, or I guess maybe they're staying on Raw.
Staying on Raw.
Let's
staying
see.
on Raw.
Yeah. All four of them. Okay. Right. Tozawa, Otis, Gable, and Maxine. Mm-hmm. And then the SmackDown pick coming in next. Sounds like maybe it's Andrade.
Andrade coming to SmackDown. I like it.
Andrade coming to SmackDown.
Oh.
That works. Maybe he gets a little more time.
All right. Right. I'm going to let you see this one. I'm gonna spoil it for you.
And then Raw's next draft pick. So we can get Andrade versus Damian Priest, right? Because Priest is on SmackDown. Well, yep, for that title. That would be fun. I'd be here for that. Raw's next draft pick, announced by Teddy Long, is... Who is it? Is it an NXT-er?
NXT-er.
Kiana James called up to Raw. Interesting.
Is she the first? Very interesting.
She's the first woman called up from NXT tonight?
Yep.
Interesting. Of all the women on the NXT roster, for her to be the first one drafted. Interesting. Right. I never really got that that feel from her on NXT, is like they were pushing her quite like that. So it's kind of interesting. You think it would be Roxanne Perez, or, I mean, to be fair, she's a champion, or Lyra Valkyrie, or a Blair Davenport, or, you know what I mean? But interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how excited that makes me. I'm happy for her because, again, in theory, this is going like from the minors to the majors, right? So you're always happy for them to get that step up to the show, to the big platform. I'm happy for her. I I'm not a huge Kiana James fan, so it's not like it makes me want to run out and just watch Raw. Oh my God, Raw is great now because Kiana James is there. But we'll see what they do with her. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's interesting at the least. Very much
yes,
so
it is
interesting.
interesting at least.
I wonder if they're gonna if they're gonna transition her point accountant gimmick to the main roster.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with her. I guess that was the last 4 draft picks of tonight's show. We had 16 draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of movement, but a couple interesting people called up. Carmelo Hayes called up.
Mm-hmm.
Here we've got whatchamacallit being called up. Oh my God, I'm looking right at her and I'm trying to play. Holy smokes, Kiana James. Wow, get it together, Alan. We're literally just talking about her. I'm looking at her face and I can't draw her name. Kiana James got called up. I'm trying to think. Anybody else get called up from NXT?
No one else got called up, but I am interested. Like, I do think it's interesting that Nia Jax is with the SmackDown. That was actually interesting. I like that. Yeah.
Braun Breaker went to Raw. We'll see if he's doing double duty, if he continues to do double duty between NXT and Raw, or if he's going to be solely a Raw superstar now. That's kind of interesting.
Because, it felt like they did the minute Big Deal him signing the SmackDown. Then the draft comes, it felt like that was only a month ago, maybe 2.
So, hold on. Let me see. The Judgment, I guess technically, so Damian Priest is still on SmackDown because the Judgment Day has been on SmackDown. But he's the Raw.
They were on Raw.
Okay, so they're staying on Raw.
Yeah.
I thought they had been on SmackDown.
They did 2 shows because they were the Universal Tag Team Champions. So they did 2 shows on SmackDown. But
yeah, you're right. Yeah. It says here Damian Priest will remain on Raw. Okay. That makes more sense. I was thinking, why do they have both titles on SmackDown at the moment? Because I feel like Judgment Day's been on. Feels like they've been on SmackDown, but I can't keep my show straight. So watch too much wrestling to keep my show straight. Smoke too much weed to keep my show straight. How's that?
You're fine. Side note, coming big girl. Have you tried these little Caesar pizza cups?
I have not.
Everybody's going crazy over them. Are they in my mind? Anything that is pizza oriented, I want meat in there. With calzone, spice. I'm there's too much cheese. There's too much cheese and sauce. Can I get some sausage pepperoni in this piece?
I see them now. I'm seeing the commercial now for the.
Yeah.
I see everybody crazy puffs.
Yeah. Everybody online.
All it looks
raving about them.
It looks like circular crazy bread. It looks like all they did was take their crazy bread and make it into a circle.
Now.
Right?
Yeah. They have sauce in there, and I think it's pepperoni. That's the only difference. Yeah. So basically, it's a piece of muffin. That's what it's supposed to be. A piece of muffin.
I like Little Caesars, so I mean, I might very well try it at some point. We don't eat a lot of pizza, but I do like Little Caesars.
We literally we bought 2 pizzas yesterday, but it screwed one up, so we got a third one. Tell me something. I'm sorry. I'm getting off the chest. I'm sorry. It was supposed to be yes. I'm acting real big backish right now. There was supposed to be a sausage supreme pizza, right? So there's no sausage. There's no pepperoni. It ain't nothing but olives and peppers on this cheese. But I said, call it back. I'm all right, fine. I call it back. It's yeah. So I ordered this pizza and there's no sausage. Oh, I thought you ordered a sausage supreme. That's right. She literally said out her mouth, I thought you ordered a sausage supreme pizza with no sausage. And they got the Supreme Pizza.
All right.
Why would I say sausage Supreme Pizza, no sausage? When I could just say a Supreme Pizza. Make it make sense.
Look, it makes sense.
But
So you got a third pizza.
I got a third pizza. That thing looks so delicious. I'm like when you refunds and stuff being redone, yeah, some people can get mad. Like on one side, people get pissed and do something wrong with it. On the other side, that thing is gonna come out gorgeous. So it's like I'll come back and get a third. Yeah. You don't ruin your reputation because I think that was awesome. It was delicious.
All right, Kiana, we're backstage with Nick Aldis in a bright blue suit.
Represents, it's a draft. That represents your brand. Smackdown. Blue bright.
So
right,
Braun can challenge Damian Priest for that title over there. And Melo's on SmackDown, so Melo can challenge Cody Rhodes, which he already did. We're going to see that tonight in the main event here.
Yeah.
Did we determine, is it actually for the title or not? Do we know?
We do not know this yet.
Okay. I do like them bringing Melo up and putting him right into the main event spot.
Braun Breaker?
I do like that. No, Melo.
Yeah, Melo too. Yeah. You know, right? Like this is a future star. Don't know what we're gonna do with him in the months coming up, but this is a future star. Point blank. Period.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad that he's going to take the loss to Cody Rhodes here tonight, but like you said, just getting the Cody rub and just getting to be in the main event of SmackDown of a draft episode of the night you got called up against the undisputed champion. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? I mean,
right. Yeah.
You can ask to win, but short of that, which you're not going to get. I mean,
Right. I was going to say.
Somebody else could be in the match instead of you, and then you'd be, so you take it with you, right?
That part. But like, even though we want LA Knight to defeat Logan Paul, I wouldn't mind if Carmelo Hayes the one to defeat Logan Paul for the U.S. champion. That would be a great little first step towards main event ship.
Yep. We're going to get Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles face-to-face, it looks like, on SmackDown next Friday. Showing us a graphic for that.
You say face-to-face. That's what we just did. You had
right?
So tonight was contract signing. Next week face-to-face. It's the same difference.
Okay, so what?
Put the paper in the front.
So was it New Catch Republic that the Authors of Pain were beating down backstage in that last segment with the Final Testament?
So
because my volume was down and I didn't see who were they beating down. I couldn't see who they beat up.
I don't know.
Karrion Kross was running. Okay.
Yeah, I do not know. I don't think I was in view before, when it was happening.
Okay. So they had Karrion Kross and Scarlet Witch came out, and then they ran back like next to the big WWE trucks, and behind them the Authors of Pain were beating up two people in the parking lot, and I think it was probably No Catch quarter crew or whatever. Yeah, no quarter catch crew.
Strong style.
But I could be wrong. But yes, I could be wrong, but I think that's who it was. I couldn't see them, and my volume was off, so I couldn't. They were probably said who it was, but with the volume off, I couldn't.
Yeah. So I rewind it during the commercial, but that makes sense though. Why would it be anyone else, right?
Right. That's who they're feuding with. So.
Yeah.
Got Melo coming to the ring here. So I think this is a legitimate question because I think we saw Trick Williams beat Ilya Dragunov for that title
Yeah.
and have more of a reception. And it seemed like the crowd was more into it, was more hyped. Everyone was more hyped than when Melo won his title. Who do you think has the bigger upside, Trick Williams or Melo? Ultimately,
As of right now, in this moment,
yes, yes,
I'm going to say Trick Williams. But
okay,
I think that has to do with Carmelo Hayes. A little bit with Dragunov, but like I say that because so he's gonna have a good run with the title. I don't think they're gonna get the title off of him. Sorry, 1 minute. Oh, excuse me. I don't think they're gonna take the title off of Trick anytime soon. But in
mm-hmm.
my mind, let's say we'll give it 6 months to a year when Trick Williams comes to the main roster. That rivalry is going to be so freaking hot. And that's on both people. So yes,
Yeah.
Trick Williams is the main person. Like it has a big reception, but I think both of them helped each other with that. Now, yeah. Now I think Trick definitely got more of a rub because of Carmelo, but right now
Yeah.
Trick is the bigger pop. There
Yeah.
you go, the bigger pop.
Trick has managed. He's managed to get himself over more than Melo has.
Like,
I think it's because he's a little more upbeat, has a little more energy. He's a little more like people people like the guys that are real like high energy, lots of and Trick is that guy, right? Melo's a little more subdued, a little more, you
yeah.
know.
And like I said, when not sure what they were doing last year, but it feels like when it was him and Dragon Lee, right? They were on NXT, but they were doing so well. They're like, you know what? We're just putting you on SmackDown. I think that was a detriment to Carmelo because he didn't get the big. I'm officially a ride on the main roster. It was just like, oh, you're good. We'll let you. We'll see what you can do. Like, and like that was like,
Yeah.
no. If he's that good, he should get. He should get what Braun Breaker got, which was like, I want people competing for me. I'm that good. I'm gonna be a main star, right?
Yeah.
So I think that put a damper on whatever status he had in NXT. I definitely think that. Like he's still that
All
dude.
right.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
big pop of I've been in NXT solely by myself, and then now you finally see me on the main roster. That didn't happen because they just casually put him on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah. It feels like they cooled him down. It feels like
Yeah.
he was red hot and then they cooled him down, and now we'll see if he can get hot again. I mean, like you said, he's in the main event here against Cody, against the champ, so this is a big spot. And if he can show out and have a good match, you can warm him back up again real quick. So,
Yeah, like
but I do think he's that guy. I mean, I do think he's a superstar for sure. I think Trick has a little bit more, just a little bit more personality. Just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And here's it like, and I think, and that's more so because Trick was in NXT way longer than Carmelo. I didn't even know that. Like they showed a picture. I love when they show pictures of what NXT people were doing before they got to the main roster, and he was actually one of uh what's his name? Apollo's guards in the background when he was a
okay,
Nigerian prince. I'm like, what? Are
okay,
you serious right now? That was insane to see. So he's been in the developmental for a minute. So he
for
got
a
a
minute,
couple
yeah.
more training. There you go.
Yeah, no, and I do think that Trick is benefiting from having a very catchy phrase. Whoop that trick. The
Right.
crowd loves that. That's over at the moment. Mello doesn't have anything that's as over as that. A lot of people don't have anything that's as over as that right now. But Mello doesn't have anything that's as over as that. Any catchphrase that's as over as that.
And, Chelsea Green was talking about this. Like, I think it was the interview with Chris Van Vliet, and they're like, "How do you feel about Samantha saying Chelsea Green?" And she's like, "I love it because, like you
Yeah.
just said, people want to attach themselves to the wrestler, whether it's a theme song, whether it's a move. And thankfully, with her, it was a Chelsea Green thing. And with like with Seth, it's the
Yeah.
Trick is whoop that trick, And so
I mean, Stone Cold was already a superstar, but when he said Stone Cold 316 says, I just whooped your ass, I mean, it took him to a whole nother stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? Just like, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, took him to a whole nother stratosphere. Like, when you catch that particular, you're lucky enough to get that one catchphrase that everyone gloms onto. I mean, it's over with, right? And he seems to have that at the moment. That whoop that trick seems to be one of those at the moment, at least at the moment. We'll see how long it lasts, but
I don't see it going. Like say, hindsight, it might change in the blink of an eye, but I don't see it going anywhere. Like think about it. What that trick came from? Freaking I want to say "Pimp My Ride" so bad, but it's not. It's not called "Pimp My Ride." What's the Terrence Howard Hustler Flow? Give me the freaking Hustler Flow show movie that was like what, like in 2003. So I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon.
And they would be stupid if they bring him when they move him up from NXT to the main roster to switch that or change that or do anything to mess with it.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
if they change that theme song, it will be a riot. It's like it'll be probably more heat on them than when Keith Lee changed his freaking theme song when he went to the main roster. That's stupid generic crap.
Yeah. All right, so we're back from commercial. Cody and Mello going at it here. Mello already having a little bit of offense and a decent showing. He's a good seller. I give Cody. Cody's a really good wrestler. I don't, he doesn't do it for me, but he's a really good wrestler. I do think, like I said in the past, I still think he's, probably when you're talking about Dustin, and Cody, I think he's probably number 3 in the list, but he's still really good. I mean, he's still a really good in-ring wrestler. He's a good seller. He's good at making other guys look good.
Like it's about the it's about the presence. Like what we we're just talking about. Like he has the whole in his theme song. Whoa! Like
yeah,
it's about getting the crowd involved, and he definitely has that element in his appearance.
He does.
In his
there
you go, presentation. That's the word.
I wonder, and it doesn't matter. We'll never know because it is what it is. But I wonder if he wasn't the son of Dusty Rhodes, if he was just a regular guy, Alex Anderson who wants to be a professional wrestler, would he have the same whatever? Even if he was the same character that he is now, would he have the same whatever? Would he have gotten over? Would he be what he is? Or is he? I mean, he definitely benefits from being a Rhodes, right? From being the son of Dusty Rhodes, the brother of Dustin, all that stuff, right? And he milks it, right? There's more than one royal family in wrestling, right? I mean, his song says it in the beginning. So, yeah, I mean.
Dang, that kick was stupid.
Mello waited too long. Had that move set up and smiled at the camera, and then Cody took advantage for one count. Disaster kick. Oh, turn Mello inside out. 1, 2. Mello kicks out.
He got freaking shot.
Right?
So when it comes to second generation, third generation wrestlers, I think it takes a very special person to take on your family's name and still be great, right? I prefer,
especially if the people you're following were great.
Right. I prefer to not know who your peoples are until the Hall of Fame ceremony or until you get over. Like I didn't know that Too Cool, his dad was Jerry Lawler until they did the horrible thing of 2016. I'm like, wait. And then playing it back in my mind, I'm like, oh, because even though Jerry Lawler was a heel, he was hyping them up. That's why. Okay, that's cute. Who else? Bray Wyatt. I love that they didn't say that his dad was the tax man. I think that, or he was part of the U.S. Express. I think that help him be his own person. I do
Cody Cutter.
Even with Goldust. I didn't know his daddy was Dusty. I didn't know his daddy was Dusty Rhodes until a couple of years later. Like, oh, I'm so stupid. Goldust, Dusty Rhodes. But because he was,
he had been Dustin obviously before he was Goldust too, right? So,
right.
But that was obviously before you knew him, right?
Yeah. I was watching. Oh, what the frick? Oh gosh.
Mello with the face breaker. Mello going up here to top rope.
Right. And then you go to the downfall of having your family's name. Like, no offense to Curtis Axel, but yeah, your dad was Mr. Perfect, bro.
I mean, again, I think it depends, right? Like, Curtis Axel was definitely not Mr. Perfect, but I think he could have gotten maybe more of a rub from being Mr. Perfect's son and known that way. I mean, people did know him, so it is what it is. Like, as much as they try to hide it, people know, ultimately who these people are. But in the world of kayfabe, let's say, he may have gotten over more being Kurt Hennig's son, giving him the name Kurt Hennig Jr. or something stupid like that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is what it is, and you didn't want to, Kurt Hennig was so good, and you can't live up to that. Sometimes it goes the other way, though. Like, I would argue, I'm not even sure it's an argument. Soul Man Rocky Johnson was a big time star, but he wasn't The Rock. I mean, The Rock is definitely the biggest star in his immediate family between High Chief Peter Maivia, Soul Man Rocky Johnson, and The Rock, and The Rock. So, I mean, in that regard, the son is bigger than the dad. Often, the dad, it's hard to follow your big time superstar dad. I mean, I might even argue that, Randy Orton's probably bigger than Bob Orton at this point. He's held the titles more often. He's held more titles than Bob Orton. And Orton was a big star in his day too, his dad, but I think Randy's probably eclipsed his dad. So it just depends on what the situation is, right? When you have a dad like Dusty Rhodes, no one's eclipsing you, right? I mean, Dusty's Dusty. I mean, he's one of a kind, one of one.
Okay. Because all right. So Cody Rhodes, are you in the match?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes beat Carmelo Hayes with the Crossroads.
But
now Cody's in the corner with the title. He's holding it up. It looks like he broke his hand, hurt his hand, did something to his hand.
So you didn't see it, but basically Cody was going for a cutter. I'm going to say that Carmelo got out of the way and he hit the mat hard. So it's like, okay, you sure you're good? You sure it's good? You fine? Because you can't be hurt right now. Please, we have too many injuries. Do not be hurt. But you lift the title up with both hands. All right, we're good. All right. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I think we're good.
I mean, this is the guy that wrestled with the torn pec, the purple titty. So, I mean, he now, especially now that he has the belt on him, it's going to take a lot for you to keep Cody Rhodes from not wrestling.
But let's be clear, we don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, AJ, here comes AJ.
Okay, pop goes the weasel.
AJ Styles. Let's go. I'm here for this. AJ versus Cody.
Like, this is going to be a great match. In my mind, go use all the history. Like, if I'm AJ, I'm like, you a little copycat. You can thank me for your career because basically you did everything I freaking did. You went to TNA, you went to New Japan, and now you came back, and now you're freaking champion. What you're not gonna do is ride my coattail and think that I'm not gonna get this freaking belt off of you. See,
that's funny. That's funny.
Use that. There's enough meat on the bone to make this a great build up to this match. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, SmackDown is over. Solid episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
There is no Rampage. So technically that brings us to the end of our show. But as we don't do aftermaths of Dynamite like we were doing before, and I know that this is WWE Smackdown that we just watched. I do want to ask you a couple questions about Dynamite because now that we don't actually get to talk about them for the people, I want to ask your opinion on things. Um, what did you think of the whole episode overall? What did you think of the difference between Swerve's acknowledgement, notoriety, celebration, all that, and Willow's? Because I can see like there's been some discussion about, does it have to do with race, right? Is it because Swerve's a black champion? But Willow got a lot more than him, and she's black also. So I mean, I don't know that you can you say that equally or what? Give me your opinion on it. What do you think? Where do you stand?
So here's the thing, right? With Willow, I will ask the question: if Mercedes Moné doesn't come at the end of that of her acceptance speech, does she get the acceptance speech? I think because Mercedes Moné is here, that's why she got her acceptance speech, right?
Ooh, okay. Spicy.
I think she deserves it. She deserves it. But if Mercedes is, if it was just Willow, we're not doing it for Willow. That's just me.
Okay.
Swerve,
no, that makes sense. I can see that.
Right. Now, they're saying with Swerve, oh, it was the NFL playoff, blah, 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 blah. You're still on. You're still on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So why would you? I'm going to put race to the side. Just being a Swerve fan, and y'all have been building him winning since the first time he went against Heyman, and he said, "I want to be the first Black AEW World Heavyweight Champion." So, like, it is a question of who made this call. Who thought, okay, we finally crowned him. He's finally our champion. He don't say anything. He just wrestles a title eliminator match. That's not a good call. I'll just say that
they're supposed to be doing something on Collision, though, right? Q. They are supposed to be doing something on Collision on Saturday. That's neither here nor there to a certain extent, but they are supposed to at least be doing something on Collision, right?
Yes, but let's call a spade a spade. Collision is not Dynamite. Collision.
That's true.
AEW's main show is Dynamite, so they should have definitely had done something for Dynamite. Now they're like, well, you opened up with too many promos. Okay, so let's move some things. I don't think you opened up with Best Friends. I don't think like Best Friends could have been in the middle to 9:25, the women's match part. Like open up with Swerve doing a promo because they're like, well, it's like too many promos, need some wrestling. Well, then do Swerve first, put some wrestling in, put the women match there, and then do another 2 promos, and then the Casino Royale gauntlet. Like so it really is like, I'm not gonna say absent-mindedness, but it was a bad call. And I wonder who was in the room when y'all formatted the show. But yeah, we've been waiting for Swerve to be champion. It has been. It wasn't a on the fly decision. Y'all been building up to the decision for a minute now. And so yeah, him not getting the acceptance speech or him getting the proper circumstance was a major miss. That wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
I understand that like I said earlier, because you're scripting everything, you can create the moment. You can make as big a deal or as little a deal out of something as you want to, because you're the one that's creating it, right? My question is, do you think that there was actually a deliberate sit down and Tony said, I don't want Swerve's whatever to be as big as MJF's or Moxley's or blah? I mean, do you think it was that deliberate, or you think it was just did a bad job of booking the card? It was just a bad show booking. I mean,
so it was bad booking, but I will say this. Why would you not put as much thought into Swerve as, like, it's one thing that, like, you don't have to be deliberate, but the question would be, why would you not put that much thought into Swerve's first showing as champion?
That makes sense. No, that makes perfect sense. Can't argue with that at all.
Like you put thought into Moxley having his inaugural speech.
Everybody else is right, yeah.
But when it comes to Swerve, it's like, no, it's fine. He'll do a match. It'll be fine. It's like, no, we want more time. Like the debuts of this year of Osprey, what's his name? Okada, and last one. Come on, Mercedes Moné. And it's like you can tell the other two. Here's a plan, and it was Mercedes. It was a plan, but wasn't a good plan. And so it's like, look, like I'm not gonna say it wasn't a plan, but the plan could have been done better. And so it's like, yeah, it's a matter of who's in the room and who approves this stuff. Honestly, yeah. But no, I love it. I love, like, good Dynamite. But yeah, sometimes you need that Jamal in the room. Like, let's rethink this. Let's rethink this.
Sometimes you need that Jamal in the room.
Jamal the intern, as Lonnie Love says.
Jamal the intern. All right. So that brings us to the end of this watch along. Since there is no Rampage, I'll say it again. Rampage will be on live tomorrow night after Collision. We will be here for Collision and Rampage tomorrow night starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, starting with, I believe, Collision, and then Rampage right afterwards. So make sure and come back and join us for that. If you're new and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, hit the bell to be notified. We do drop content all week long. We talk, we review all shows. We talk about all platforms or all promotions of wrestling. So make sure and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified so you can check it all out. We appreciate all of you, and we appreciate everyone that was here tonight with us. So until next time,
bye.
Peace.